Namaskar. Welcome to this online video lecture on this course 5, that is Management of Library and Information Center, under the discipline of Masters of Library and Information Science. And this is module of the Library and Information in the Modern Society. This unit will talk on, what we talk on this unit is the Management of Library and Information Center. So I will talk on this unit 34 will be like what you call as a green library. What is the green library? That is the most important part of this unit. The lecture, say module 5 is Modern Society, unit 37, Management of Green Library. Management of Green Library is that, to provide the concept of green library, and it comes under the this broader librarianships, and it aims to provide the building of the design a newly suggested trends, and that is the newly emergent trends in shaping the libraries and of the present in the present country. It is not the green library in our country, it is in the entire world. They are looking for the green library, and the green library movement, the collective actions, and this is a collective efforts of the various stakeholders, and with the librarians, even the towns, academicians, and all these campuses and reduces of this green library. So this video lecture delivered to you will be on the conditions necessary for a library movement. So the library movement, it will be there, and then you should know that this video lecture delivered of additionally the paper will provide the summary of the green library management of the librarian and recent, and in promoting the environmental friendly library systems. So the first major environmental issues in the present, as in the likewise that the water, green library, one uses the green system because it is in water, energy, environment, conservation, climate, all these things, it is changes continues. And these changes continues means our environment should be green, pollution free. So pollution free means that we should acquire the resources where there is no pollution. So those kind of things should be there. So this present work suggests that the librarian must make themselves updated. Why we need to update it? Because if we do not have a green library, means the green environment, the environment should be very green. It's not green library, it's not the green color. So it is a green environment. What is the green environment? How do you access and how do you make a library and green environment? Because this will be a comfortable weather, comfortable accommodation, and that one, not only that, what are the resources you have, that should be energy. That green energy should be means that it should not make any pollution out of that green library. Even your furniture, your lighting, all these things, aesthetic sense, everything should cover on this one. So a green library can be library and uses the latest technology and must advanced technology. Because that nowadays LED technology has come. So there are even the mobile technology, all these things have come. But that the mobile technology has come. Why we need a green library? That more technology is become lesser green library, green environment, lesser. Because today if we think of that pollution of control of the air and all, to say that how much pollution is being generated out of this one, computer, hardware, software, even if you are using the mobile phone, every mobile phone is discontinued for after 3 years, 4 years. Then the charger, the mobile charger is going off line 1 year, within 1 year, 2 years. So it is a damage of these resources. And then how these resources are coming in the society, we should have a management how these things should be. You should make it as a environmental friendly, how to decompose of the world. So there should be a new research policy. So there should be a, the computer scientists, not only that, the environmental scientists, they should think that what will be going to impact on these resources. Even the computers, 4 years, 5 years, the all computer gadgets are there. So that means all e-resource, e-content might container is a problematic becomes. So how do damage this one? So early in the 90s, concept of the green libraries started and emerged the libraries, especially the public libraries. So that means if you want to make a green library, it started in the 1990s, and the libraries are not the responsible for the knowledge but essential information. So knowledge resources dissemination, essential information resources about the environmental issues. So friends, I will talk about this one. And this green library, what I am covering in this one, you see the table of content, unit 37, management of library. So this one is a objectives, learning outcomes, definitions, green library outline, green library literature review, and then what is a green library, features of the green library, and the role of green library, the basic features of the GRIHA, and then what you call green libraries initiative in India, and some examples of green libraries in India I have also given, and then 6 ways to make your libraries the green library, that is also there. Then green library examples, features of the green library challenges, recommendations are also given, suggestions of the conclusions, and the features definition exercise. At the end of the questions, or you will find that questions, short questions and MCQs, and then bibliographical references you will also find. Now friends, if you thumbs up, what is the objectives of this green library? By the end of this lecture of your M5 libraries in the modern society, the unit 37 management of green library, you will be able to understand MLI students. This lecture is for the MLIS courses. Not only the lecture is for the MLIS courses, for the getting the credit course, for the only online learners, that is distance education learner. It is for the also for the regular university learners. Not only that, you can also the people who are engaging in a understanding the modern library theory, or what you are want to implement a kind of things like regular update. This will allow you to do. So you have to understand the concept of the green library and its importance. To endow with the succinct outline of the green library, including their attributes and the functions. So to learn about the principles and practices of the sustainable librarianship. So to explore ways that reduce of environmental impact analysis, to develop skills in designing and implementing of the green library, to describe the compounds of the green library, components of the green library, to develop a comprehensive framework. We should know the comprehensive framework for sustainable library operations in India, to identify the key challenges faced by the libraries and in India to implement the sustainable practices. So to explore the opportunities of the growth and development of the green library movement in India. What is the learning outcomes? After this, going through this unit, you should be able to understand the concept of the green library and its importance. You should identify the key elements, key principles, practices, and sustainable librarianship. You should be developing skills and designing, implementing green library. You should be able to apply knowledge of green library concepts in the real world or of library settings. Now friends, you should go for some of the definitions. I will talk about some of the definitions. A green library, also known as a sustainable library, and in a library designed with the environmental concept in mind. Green libraries are the part of the larger green building movement. You will find the Oxford English Dictionary, if you go to this 2008, it defines the word green as relating to or advocating environmentalisms. The term sustainable refers to human economic activities and forms of culture that do not degrade the environment. That is, you should avoid the long-term depletion of the natural resources. Outline dictionary, online dictionary of library and information science says libraries are designed to minimize the negative impact on natural environment and maximize the indoor environment by using natural quality building materials and biodegradable products, resource conservation, water, energy, paper, and through careful site selection and responsible waste disposal and recycling, etc. So, friends, you should know that what is the definition of this. Then the green library, also I will say that sustainable green library, also known as the sustainable library, and is a library designed with the environmental concerns in mind. Green library is a part of the larger building environment, defines the word green as relating to the advocating environmentalism. The term of sustainable environment, that is to avoid long-term depletion of the resources. And that is Bangladesh. It says that an online dictionary of the library science, that also says that through the careful selection, the responsible waste disposal, recycling. So, friends, what is the green library outline? You can see that the Sicily of green library, Sicily H, he says that green library, commonly known as the main library of the Stanford University, and it's a part of SQL systems. It is named for the Cecil H. Green. I've just given an example of the outline. So what is the green concept here? He's saying that, he says that the concept is that green means to communally improve upon the manner that resources are utilized, and that results in reduced impacts to human health and environment. And it is done without sacrificing the current and future needs of our world. So no legislative or political structure has a domain over green. So friends, what are the benefits of the green libraries? These spaces, said, this benefit gives us of that these spaces are designed to minimize energy and water, and the exemptions reduce the overall environmental footprint and enhance the aesthetic and functional quality of the environment, and such libraries promote that environmental conservation and well-being to the users. That is the means of the library, it says in the October of 2004-7. So green library, if you see that, so that means what is the green library? You can see of the green library literature review. Some articles are presented in the green library by Banger in 2017. It concludes that the librarian should be keen to update themselves to the sustainable trends in the field of librarianship and should provide awareness and create space in libraries to exemplify green practices. That's what in Goal 2021 says. The concept of the green libraries in India, this trend in India is not only growing in the numbers, but has spread across the country. That's what says Kulkarni in 2008. The concept of the green library lists the features and discusses the component of the green library by Purohit 2019. So creating a green library movement in which librarians, libraries, cities, towns, colleges and university campuses commit to be greening libraries and reducing their environmental impact. That says Meher and Prabha. So 2017. So environmental conditions, the impact on society and efforts to leading organizations towards eco-friendly earth standards developed for improvement Green India. Green library, the role of library and features of a green library, what is the role? It says that the initiative is highlighted and the systems is that document knowledge at That's my Mohabadiya in 2009, it says. So what is, friends, learners, now you should say what is the Green Library by the IFLA or others. According to the International Federation of Library Association and Institutions, IFLA, known as IFLA, a green and sustainable library is a library which takes into account environmental, economic and social sustainability. Economic and social sustainability, IFLA, they says in addition. So definition from the IFLA subeditions, IFLA NSOU section in January 2022. So environment means the surroundings or conditions in which human beings or organizations, animals, plants and operate. Environments can be natural, social or cultural. So sustainable development is a development that meets the need of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their needs, and our communal future. That's Britain's report in UN that says the present environments of endangered by climate change and other threats, including social inequalities. So all organizations should strive to provide or protect the environment through a sustainable development. So this includes all kinds of libraries which can play an active and significant role in further sustainable development. So the concept of the Green Library also incorporates how to achieve the role of libraries in the archive in modern times, were studied by Gupta 2020. So it analyzes the lead in GRIHA, green, that is the green building of rating examples and systems of the library, analyzes the undertaken in India, the objectives of the IFLA Green Library Award by Basanti. So highlights the efforts of leading institution towards the eco-friendly and the librarian features of the Green Library and initiatives in India and outside India, that is Verja Sharma in 2020, that's what says. So the Green Library aims to work with the climate and reduce the use of new resources. All green principles should be embodied in holistic approach to build the environment. Green library are designed, built and operated to have a minimal economical impact, minimum environmental impact. So because it should be minimum environmental impact means that it should not pollute the environment. They prioritize energy efficiency, waste reduction, sustainable procurement, which also promoting environmental education and awareness. It focuses on energy efficiency and the waste reduction, responsible of procurement and promoting environmental literacy. So that is the important part of the Green Library. So a Green Library also say features of a Green Library. What are the features of a Green Library? A Green Library is an energy efficient design. Green libraries provide energy efficient through the use of, say, sustainable building materials, effective insulation and natural lighting, energy saving technologies. What is the things of the modern of one? Renewable energy integration. They explore the integrated energy sources such as scholars, panels and with combined turbines, geometrical systems to power the library operation. Waste reduction and recycling, water conservation. So what is waste recycling? Green libraries promotes the waste management of this one. Water conservations, they employ the water efficiency fixtures, implementation of wind harvesting. Responsible for the procurement, green libraries. Environmental literacy, that awareness, they activate, promote and environmental education. And then community engagement. Green libraries serve the community hubs of environmental initiatives and collaborating with the local organizations. So, what are the roles of a green library? The roles of a green library is that environmental leadership. Green libraries play a crucial role in demonstrating environmental leadership within their communities and promoting sustainable practices among the users. It should be knowledge dissemination. They create collections and resources on the sustainability, climate change, and eco-friendly lifestyles, and providing information and resources to raise the awareness, inspire actions. What is a community education? Green libraries organize the educational programs and workshops to enhance the environmental literacy and empowering the individuals so to make the informed choices and adopt sustainable behavior. What is the sustainable resources management? That is, green libraries efficiently manage resources such as energy, water, materials, and setting examples of responsible resource utilization. So friends, advocacy and inspiration. They advocate their sustainability and inspire other libraries, organizations, or individuals to embrace green practices and continue to be more sustainable futures. So, what is a green rating systems in India? That is GRIHA. GRIHA, which includes that stands for Green Rating of the Integrated Habitat Assessment, and is a green habitat assessment is a rating tool to design the assist and environmental performance building and in India, and it aims to minimize resources consumption and waste generation and ecological impact within the national aspects of the limit. What is the GRIHA? So GRIHA says that quantifies the aspects such as energy consumption, waste generation, and renewable energy adoption, and the definitive standards for the green buildings. It was adopted in India by Government of India in 2007, and then with the vision of creating future ready and sustainable habitats while upholding that Indian ethos. So that's what GRIHA Council has said in the day. What is the Terry says? Terry says that the Tata Energy Research Institute played a crucial role in converting these various initiatives of the GRIHA library with the qualitative GRIHA assessment, that's GRIHA rates building based on their level and greenhouses. So these are the green libraries of features we are sitting. So what are the basic features of this green library is that that with this qualitative and quantitative insurance, the GRIHA systems is that the evaluation of the encompasses of the following. What is that? Some examples of this library. The GRIHA systems is specifically designed. The evaluation encompasses following 3 different stages: pre-construction stage, building and planning and conservation stages. That's evaluation focuses on that. Key resources, building operations and maintenance and stages. So, state of the green libraries in some examples, green libraries in India. What are the states of examples? You can see that state of the examples in the green libraries in India. What are the states of green libraries in India? That Indian green libraries in India, you have said that, the states of green libraries in India. You can see that Indian Green Building Council, IGBC, was formed in 2001 by the Confederation of Indian Industry, that is the CII. The council is located outside the CII Green Business Center in Hyderabad. India's first platinum rated green building in the Bangalore 2018 says. IGBC is the country's premier organization for green building and certification and collaboration services. GBC has been the instrumental in mobilizing this information building of green building, and this one, an institute since you can see that one. So friends, you can see this green library, the states of the green libraries in India. I have given this link also, URL, that Karnataka University Library, Dharwad, a green space, student can sit under the trees, they can take books from the library, from the study. Mumbai University Library, Mumbai, the library uses wood as a stack materials large size of windows, and also ventilation and penetration of sunlight in reading the materials. So that reading hall, it should be there, reading hall. So Anna Central Library in Chennai, the library is well equipped with modern technology and the proper use of the light, air and wood. So it is inspired of, they say, reputed green libraries in India, which is called the Gold Ratings LEED. And now Delhi University Library, Delhi, the building would be naturally cool and peaceful. Calcutta University Library, all reading rooms is so large and vast open areas and thick walls. NIT Library, Silchar, the new library building, you can see that certification systems for developing green libraries in workshop only. Prabha Kempo Library, etc. Ladakh. So some examples of green library of, that green library is by the IFLA. A green and sustainable library in which that takes into the account environmental, economic and sustainability and green sustainability of this one. So green buildings and equipment, the emission of carbon footprint, all of the building and equipment are actively decreased. Green office principles, operations, routine and process are environmentally sustainable. Sustainable economy, consumption is restrained. Circular and sharing the economy practices are advanced and are made accessible to the community. So sustainable library services is that relevant up-to-date information is easy to access to the users. So social responsibility. So social responsibility of that, the Green Library of IFLA is a social responsibility that's good education, literacy, community engagement, cross-cultural diversity. Then, the environmental management. This is made in environmental management. Then commitment to the general environmental goals. They have made the commitment to the general environmental goals. That is also there. So 6 ways to make your library greener, says that IFLA. Use environmental friendly. So it says that use environmentally friendly equipment and infrastructure. When tendering for new materials, the process of the take, sustainability of the criteria, environmental related certificates is important. Select and use the sustainable equipment, materials, air conditions and other office suppliers. If you go to this literature, they are giving you the entire information. So that's develop a sustainable building design, incorporate various features such as using roof space or green plants or solar energy using this one. Promote environmental literacy, organize the sustainable theme and then events and programs to engage the community. Host eco-friendly workshops, book clubs, focused on environmental topics, guest speakers who can educate and inspire the patron to lead the greener lives, considering partnering. Make your library, third number, make your collection and services digital fast. Switching from the print to digital media and the digital resource management, digital library management, all this. But you have to be very cautious. They said that's one. But you have to be very cautious that digital waste is also an environmental not friendly. That also has to be considered. Recycle, that's what has come, the recycle and reuse of material. Install clearly labeled recycling installations. Throughout the library, encourage save resources by example of refurbishing furniture, intimating book exchange program or printing. Provide fifth number, provide shared space, resources and facilities. Introduce circular economy practices for space such as discussion room, reading areas, shared offices, as well as, say you can have 3D printers. This should be protected. Number 6 is that is called the commit to the general environmental goals and programs. Get acquainted with the environmental programs, even sustainable development goals, that is SDGs, Paris climate change, that has given you such. So these 6 ways to make your library of how we use the IFLA say. So optimal use of natural lighting help to reduce the energy consumption. So these are the image UMISIN's Library University Mocha. Sustainable event in the Library of the Congress in Argentina. See? Recycling bins in the Benjamin Valko University Library of Turkey. And then the 17 sustainability goals of the case talks, getty images. So you can see how this green library is increasing the ways of that. Green libraries examples, you see, green libraries examples, I am showing you that what is that Brooklyn, the new Green Point library models, anonymous people's public libraries in the 21st century. E. Johnson, President and CEO of the Brooklyn Public Library, US, photographs courtesy by BPL Green One. So you can see this was the Green Library stage. And then what are the features of the Green Library, friends? The features of the Green Library is that, see, use natural recycled and locally available materials, use of the reflecting and ground, use of the insulating windows, waters, energy and paper maintenance, use of energy efficient lighting, system for optimizing cooling. What is the advantages of the environmental friendly libraries? Improving the cost control, reducing the incidents that results in the liability, conserving the raw materials and energy, improving your monitoring and the environmental friendly systems. So these are the systems you learn. So what are the challenges of the green libraries? What are the challenges of the green libraries? That sustainable design libraries are strong every day. USAID, BREEAM, Lead India, IGBC, GRIHA, etc. So however, the libraries and information centers have some unique challenges of going. Patrons are very much comfortable with the reading materials. Books will still play a significant role in preserving. Books may damage to the interest in reconstruction or modification. Financial constraints, lack of administrative support, lack of awareness users, non-availability of the green library policy and plans, lack of physical and resources and human resources, lack of time. These are the, so friends, I have given some of the recommendations. Libraries can use variety of tools to prioritize the green concepts. UGC should may make it mandate for the college libraries or universities to get approval to go for the green libraries. Governments should take steps to promote green libraries to the award and financial to the maintain the libraries. Libraries can arrange strategic thinking sessions to ensure the sustainability. Government or university should take all efforts to transform the libraries. So what are the suggestions? What are the conclusions? The libraries can use a variety of the popularizing the green libraries concepts and educate their user. Library exhibitions, publications, and then publications, resources, thinking, there are always like the books and budget problems of any of the libraries of this one, and some of the Indian libraries trying to successfully establish this attempt and the participate in the green library. So you have seen that. So what are the future directions? It is that integration of the emerging technologies that can be IoT, Internet of Things, leveling of the artificial intelligence, or exploring the blockchain. You can do that. Then enhance the sustainability. Number 2, that enhance developing standard metrics and benchmark the green library, conducting life cycle assessment to evaluate the environment, creating a sustainable development and libraries. So increase the focus on sustainability. That is the promoting inclusion and accessible library design and services, developing partnerships, expansion of the green library initiatives, other types of libraries, increased emphasis on climate resilience and adaptations. So friends, at the end, you can see that I have already concept of the different green libraries. Now I should tell you that you suggestions and given takeaways homes. I have also given what I have talked to you, that you know that I hope this one will give you really a good idea of the solutions. This course is not only for your learning purpose of the MLIC degree or something. This course is also when you plan for the future, when you want to update yourself, when you want to implement something, this will be help you. At the end, I have given a exercise, short questions, and then I have also given you the exercises, short questions, MCQs. So you can go through these MCQs, and now I should tell you that these MCQs will be helping you, and at the end I have also given the bibliographical and references, because these are the resources I have consulted. If you are consulted of these kind of things, you will also get benefit. So friends, I hope this program will help you to do this one. Thank you. Namaskar. Namaskar.